Promotional merchandise, or just merch, are products branded with a logo or a slogan used to promote a brand, corporate identity, or event. It feels like almost every company uses this kind of promotion today. Why? To raise awareness and gain the loyalty of their customers, partners, or employees. In this situation, how can a business stand out with its merch and avoid making another useless branded souvenir, but rather something that will help achieve corporate goals and bring good emotions to its target audience? In this video, we talked with the Kaspersky brand team, which has been releasing corporate merch for 25 years in a row and has lots of relevant insights to share. Keep watching to learn how to create a successful merch line, where to get fresh merch ideas, and what the latest industry trends are.
Why people buy merch? And based on the global research, the major part of the people purchase merch just because it looks cool. Another big part purchase merch because they would like to show their attachment to the certain brand, and it makes them feel as part of the movement, part of the family. Taking this into account, brands usually produce merch first of all to drive loyalty and give people an opportunity to show their attachment and connection to the certain brand. And basically, this is something that, depending on the quality, depending on what you are actually present, really influence on the brand image, brand perception. For example, you got something that is very good quality, very useful for you, looks cool and innovative. You think about this smart brand. On the other side, you get something not really good quality, useless, and you think about this is not really good brand. And if it's done good and well, this is something that makes you happy and reminds you about brand in different occasions of your life. Merchandise at Kaspersky is a part of our DNA, and it appears also together with the company. This is something that we started to produce not just because this is the modern movement. This is something that the company was created 25 years ago. Already then, people has their jackets and the t-shirts basically to show their attachment and that they are part of the family, part of the IT brand. And through the years, the company is growing and the merchandise production is growing. If at the beginning this started just like this, with a small presence to the company employees and primary presence on the events or to the partners, right now we increased variety of the items that we produce. We have collaborations, we have capsule collections. Something that stays with us, this is the quality and uniqueness of our merchandise. And we do this because we want to give an opportunity to our employees to show their pride visibly. And our unique design and items basically turns to the statement of the loyalty to the brand and company. By the way, almost 80% of our employees feel proud that they are working for Kaspersky. So you can understand this is the huge opportunity to give people the chance to show that they love the company that they work in. First of all, we creating merch for our partners as a presence. We also create the merchandise for the marketing activities. Again, might be part of the promotional mechanics. For the PR events, all other events, whatever that might be. And also we create it for our employees as well. So this is for everyone who would like to be part of our community, as well as our fan club. Every cycle of the production, we start with the analysis of the previous wave. We make conclusions based on how popular was this item and what was the feedback. After this, we starting to create the brief for the new ideas, defining what's new we can add to our collection. We are requesting our suppliers to provide their options. Then it's the long selection between the variety of the options based on the price, based on the quality. Selected parts of this we put to the stress testing. We define the functionality. We understand will our branding looks good there or not. Then we produce the samples, then stress testing again. Then after the stress testing and successful sample, we can approve it or send to the correction. As soon as the item is approved, we send it to the full cycle production and then release, and then again collect the feedback and analyze, and everything starts from the first step.
So basically there are like two ways of selling merch in Kaspersky. The first way is obviously website. It was launched in 2016, and from that time any employee or even external Kaspersky brand fan can buy merchandise. So here's our merch landing. It was installed like 6 months ago. The whole idea of installing it was obvious after we conducted annual merch survey across employees and received lots of comments that sometimes people just don't have the time to wait for the delivery. And even though usually it takes just a couple of days, sometimes merch emergencies happen. And that means that sometimes partners are visiting the office, or there's someone's birthday, or like the last day of work, and people are rushing to buy the present like immediately. And here it is. So the vending has two parts. The first part is more like obvious regular vending, and the second column is about oversized items like backpacks or umbrellas. Inside the first column there is a separate reel that has 200 cells, and each item is in a separate cell. Let me show you the process of purchasing. You just push the screen, you choose any item. For example, let this be a mug. And this reel actually turns towards this separate cell, so you may check out the stuff before buying, like check out the prints or whether you like this item or not. And if you like it, you read the description, you just press this button to pay, and you just pay by card. Then magic happens. The payment is successful and the cell turns green, and you just open it, take the item, and enjoy your coffee or tea or any other hot beverage.
One of the ways how we get the ideas for this is definitely our suppliers and partners. They can come with a concept or with the new trends, propose you something. From another hand, another way of this, we can brainstorm together with the production team, together with design team, together with the brand communications. But in general, almost everyone can come to us with the idea. They might have seen something new in Instagram, or just like third, that what if this is great thing we will have within our merch. And we collect these ideas, we developing them, trying to understand how expensive it would be. Is it possible to produce and add the special meaning for this type of the merchandise? And sometimes it happens, and like we attract our employees to create the ideas, and we got the new collection of the merchandise. So if you, for example, have an idea what we also can add in our collection, just let us know. I believe that might be the new iconic merch. How do you measure that how successful was your present, for example, to the friend's birthday? Most probably you would answer me that this is the feedback, how he liked this. The same here, this is the major part of the metrics, how we call this for the merchandise. This is qualitative feedback. This is how people react, then feedback to our sales team, how they like this or not. So here we evaluate on like more likability of the presents that we did. But when we're talking about the merchandise shop that we have, that's easier. This is basically the score that you can check the traffic, conversion rates, and this is easier to analyze how it's changed season over the season, year over year, and how we are developing. We usually receive the latest trends from our partners who produce merchandise and work with the different countries and suppliers from the different countries. And the latest trends that they conclude, one of them is influenced by the 2 years of the COVID and represents basically the different items, accessories, design elements to make your home cozy. And another angle of this is different devices to the self-care. What you can do at home or different entertainment at home. This is the first direction of the current trends. The second one is eco. And eco is still relevant. However, if before the design of the eco element was not always looking good and you always can recognize this is the eco material or that is something done with the eco, as it's look different to like your regular merchandise. Right now that's improving so much and you will never recognize is it eco or not. And this is something that really gives you kind of the additional meaning to the, this eco trend. You don't select this just because to show off that you would like to use ecology materials. You use it because you like it and prefer between the two similars, the better quality, the more ecological quality. And there are some differences between the countries. For example, in Europe, ongoing trend is the handmade and different local goods. On other side, in China, there is a lot of devices with the bright lights, LED, and anti-gravity. This is something that is just everything from China, looking very innovative with this additional elements. How many brands have their collection or item of the temporary tattoos? We have, and it was the special dedicated edition to Cyberpunk collection in our merchandise shop. When we started developing our merchandise shop, one of the brands that we was inspired by is T-Mobile. They have also their merchandise shop for employees that they call Magenta, and they took their main corporate color and made really a standalone brand for this. It's very pinky, you know, very colorful. And this is something that was very interesting for us, how they managed to make their merchandise popular to the wider audience, not just the basic line with the pen with the logotype, rather than to interact with the communities, create the different collaborations and capsules. T-Mobile and Magenta was one of the key brands that we was inspired by, but I have to say that the merchandise and corporate merchandise industry is developing so much, and IT brands and banks and financial sector are pretty good in this right now. Also looking at us and trying to create their own collections that are really interesting.